Fair, spoiler-free reviews of the newest films. Vaughn on Movies.
Presented by PadMapper. Sarah Jessica Parker returns as the selfish fashionista Carrie Prescott, formerly Bradshaw. At her side are BFFs Charlotte, Kristen Davis, Miranda, Cynthia Nixon, and their sex-crazed mom, Samantha, Kim Cattrall. Carrie's husband is the ominously monikered Mr. Big, Chris Noth, and like each of her friends, Carrie is facing a state of boredom in her life. So an excuse is cooked up to send the ladies to Abu Dhabi, where they can explore an excess of decadence that Donald has never imagined. Each of the girls has her own butler, a room the size of an apartment, and personal use of a Maybach 62S. That's 4 Maybachs. As you can imagine, they cause quite a stir. I'm going to start this out with what compliments I can give the movie. When the girls round a table, you can hear some witty banter and maybe a joke or two that will raise the film's quality to mediocrity. The relationship between Carrie and her butler is one of the better things going for it. And now the bad. I've never seen so many costume changes, and these women look like walking fire hazards. I was in varying states of agony throughout the on-screen presentation. Allow me to demonstrate. And that last one, that's the expression I made when Liza Minnelli sang Single Ladies at a gay wedding. It's the perfect storm of flamboyance, and it's something you can't unsee or unhear. And before I give out my final score, I have to give a shout out to Scream Team Show for answering this week's Pop Quiz Hotshot Trivia question. Be sure to look for those on Twitter, Sundays, midnight, Central Time. I don't understand if the joke is that these unlikable, self-indulgent women can't dress themselves properly. Every once in a while, I heard something kind of interesting, possibly funny. This is a comedy, right? I give Sex and the City 2 1.5 stars. And I'll see you guys next time. I want to take a moment here to wrap up with a little bit of a story. Just the other day, I was on Facebook, and I noticed that a local friend of mine, a comedian, has a fan page, as do I. And hey, I was like, look, you want to exchange invites? He's got a lot of friends in the Wichita area. I could do to have some people who are in the area to join my fan page. That's cool. So I invited my friends over to his page, right? And everything's looking okay. I go upstairs, eat some cheeseburgers, come back to my MacBook Pro, and I see that I'm disabled from Facebook. My account's been disabled, my page is gone, and I'm like, okay, what's the deal now? And I'm trying to get in contact with Facebook. I go through their whole system, right? And I tell them, hey, I just invited some people to a friend's page, let's come to an understanding. About an hour later, I get some email about a terms of use privacy update. I guess people have been talking about this, right? And the next day, get an email back from them, and it says that I was harassing and or threatening people, and that they can't have that, and they're not going to bother talking to me anymore about getting my account back or anything. I'm completely blacklisted forever. And they said that one of the possible things I did was I was using Facebook for business or for dating. Who was in college and didn't use Facebook to meet people? Raise your hand. I thought so. Another thing it says that I guess really threw up the red flag is I've got some friends on there who are, half the Lingerie Football League, a Victoria's Secret Angel, actresses. Yeah, some guy in Kansas can't possibly have any friends of that importance. So that must have been a red flag. You know, I'm glad, Facebook, that you caught me before I could do something really rude and threaten the supermodels and stuff. Yeah, I'm so glad that you saved them from being poked by me, the filthy guy from the middle of nowhere. This is just a small step in what I've been witnessing for 2 years in trying to make a name for myself online. The TV channels, the newspapers, they're losing ratings, losing subscribers, they're losing control of information. They have decided that they can't have people on the internet from random places like Kansas controlling information. They have to retain some kind of control, and they're using what power they still have now to influence social media. And we know I'll never find the resources to get any hard evidence on this, okay? But if you want to prove me wrong, here's some things I need to see. I think it would be very interesting if a whole lot of you did the same kind of things to get yourself kicked off Facebook. Okay, so why don't you just go and send some friend invites and suggest or invite people to a page and see what happens to you. Give yourself control over the day in which you're going to get kicked off Facebook. Because if it can happen to me, it can happen to you at any possible time. When all this goes down, I want Mark Zuckerberg to give a public apology to you guys, not to me, but to you guys, for allowing special interest to take control of Facebook. The businesses are thriving there, and they can't have anybody speaking up or trying to get a piece of the pie on Facebook. They have full control. I want them to apologize to you guys. Facebook is not the only one in blame here. Really, the biggest thorn in my side has been YouTube. They're always coming after me for using the trailer footage in my videos, and sometimes just for having a poster in my videos. And they want to send me an email every week telling me, hey, your video's got a lot of hits. Let's monetize it so that we can make money off of you. And I'm like, okay, sure, I guess, because then I'll get to be a partner. And then they reject me like 3 weeks later. You got trailer footage in there and you don't own that trailer footage. Oh, well, they want to kick me off the site. They really do. They can't find a good reason to do it because that promotional footage I'm using, yeah, when you're critiquing a movie, that's protected under fair use copyright law. So, sorry guys. It's all broken down regionally. They do not want people in my part of the country, they do not want my people having an opinion on things of importance, okay? Beyond the trailer, you're in New York City. You're free to talk. Kansas, not so much. Your point's irrelevant. Listen to somebody else. What I need to see to be proven wrong here, everybody essentially needs to be a YouTube partner. I've seen so many hard-working channels out there, and I'm definitely on your guys' side, even though you don't think so all the time. You deserve to make money off your videos. I do too. Why are they stopping us over there at YouTube, coming up with such lame excuses, saying that we didn't meet the requirements when the requirements are not even clear? How can we not meet them? It's because they're playing favorites, and they are allowing those big media groups to control information. That's exactly what's going on. YouTube, if you want to prove me wrong, you're just going to have to make everybody partner, or you're going to have to give everybody the right to make money off their videos from the very beginning, from the very first time they set up an account. They need to have permission to monetize, to place ads, to do whatever they can to make money on their hard work. And only if they're proven to be doing something illegal or frivolous in some logical sense should they be barred from that system. You know, it's a shame that I have to yell about this sort of thing. I have to try to bring attention to this somehow, because my people deserve to be heard. They need a voice, and I'm going to give it to them.